Our modern-day musical scale is out of sync when compared with the original solfeggio scale. If we want to bring harmony into our lives, we need to replace the dissonant Western scale with the web of subtle and clear intervallic relationships of the solfeggio music. Let the music become once again a tool to raise human nature and a method to connect you with the source. Whether you're relatively new to soothing sounds or are a seasoned listener, the term solfeggio frequencies might be entirely new to you. Solfeggio frequencies refers to a specific tone of sound that helps with and promotes various aspects of body and mind health. These frequencies are reputed to date back to ancient history and are said to be the fundamental sounds used in both Western Christian and Eastern Indian religions, chanted by the Gregorian monks and in ancient Indian Sanskrit chants. Physician and a researcher, Dr. Joseph Puello, rediscovered solfeggio frequencies in the 1970s, bringing their benefits back into the public awareness. In his research, he used mathematical neural reduction to identify 6 measurable tones that bring the body back into balance and aid in healing. These solfeggio frequencies were believed to profoundly affect the conscious and the subconscious mind in order to stimulate healing and promote vitality. Thanks to Puello's work and the renewed interest, many scientists have since unearthed more evidence supporting the positive effects that these frequencies have on the human mind. 174 hertz, the lowest of the tones, appears to be a natural anesthetic. It tends to remove pain, physically, energetically, as well as karmic energy. 174 hertz frequency gives your organs a sense of security, safety, and love, motivating them to do their best. 285 hertz. This tone is useful when treating wounds, cuts, burns, or any other form of damaged tissue. 285 hertz solfeggio frequency is said to be directly connected to our body's, mind, and soul's blueprint for optimal health and physical well-being, due to this amazing ability to remind and remember what should be and to return cells to its original form. It influences energy fields, sending the message to restructure damaged organs. 285 hertz. It is about remembering and healing you, your internal organs, and your energy. 396 hertz. Cleanses the feeling of guilt, which often represents one of the basic obstacles to realization, enabling achievement of goals in the most direct way. It releases you from the feeling of guilt and fear by bringing down the defense mechanisms. This solfeggio frequency can also be used as means of grounding, awakening, sobering, and returning to reality. Listening to music tuned to this frequency is most helpful when you want to feel more uplifted, secure, and give power to your goals and your dreams. 417 hertz. Next tone on the solfeggio scale is connected with resonation processes or process of amplification. Re can delete person's alignment from God, and it enable returning to the right path. This solfeggio frequency cleanses traumatic experiences, and it clears destructive influences of past events. It can be used for cleaning limiting impressions, which disables the person from achieving life goals. When speaking of cellular process, tone Re, 417 Hz, encourages the cells in the DNA to function in an optimal way. This frequency energizes your body's cells and it helps to use their creative potential. 528 Hz, used to return human DNA to its original perfect state. If it is used in a way described in Webster's dictionary, by communicating the wanted effect and with energy support from light, miracles happen. Process of DNA reparation is followed by beneficial effects, increased amount of life energy, clarity of mind, awareness, awakened or activated creativity, ecstatic states like deep inner peace, dance, and celebration. It also opens the person for deep spiritual experiences and spiritual enlightenment. It significantly reduces stress in the endocrine systems and autonomic nervous system even after a mere 5 minutes of listening to it. It reduces the toxic effects of ethanol and it increases cell life by 20%. 639 Hz. This frequency enables creation of harmonious communication and harmonious interpersonal relationships. It can be used for dealing with relationship problems, those in family, between partners, friends, or social problems. It can be used to encourage the cell to communicate with its environment. This ancient solfeggio frequency enhances communication, understanding, tolerance, and love. 639 Hz frequency. It can also be used for communication with parallel worlds or spiritual spheres. 741 Hz cleanses the cells from the toxins. Frequent use of 741 Hz leads to a healthier, simpler life and also to a change in diet towards foods which are non-poisoned by various kinds of toxins. It also cleanses the cell from different kinds of electromagnetic radiations. Another important application of this sound frequency is cleansing infections, viral, bacterial, and fungal. 741 Hz leads you to pure, stable, and spiritual life. Music tuned to this frequency helps with problem solving, with cleansing the body itself. It helps with expression, and it also helps to awaken intuition and promote living simply and purely. This frequency is ideal if you're struggling with living a healthy lifestyle, expressing creativity, or speaking your truth. 852 Hz. Solfeggio frequency of 852 Hz is directly connected to the third eye chakra, and it can be used as means for awakening inner strength and self-realization. It is good for dissolving stagnate mental energy and also from overthinking energy. It is said to clear up energy blockages that before has hindered clear and strong communication with our higher self, with our spirit guides and spirit helpers. The 852 Hz solfeggio, played either clean as a pure tone or as a background sound to other music, is a frequency that helps replace negative thoughts with positive ones, making it ideal with nervousness or with anxiety. It also aids in awakening intuition and inner strength. 963 Hz. This tone awakens any system to its original perfect state. It is connected with the light and all-embracing spirit, and it enables direct experience, the return to oneness. This frequency reconnects you with the spirit or the non-vibrational energies of the spiritual world, and it enables you to experience oneness, your true nature. Solfeggio frequencies have profound mental, emotional, and physical effects, and this understanding has led to music therapy becoming established as a health profession to help individuals therapeutically using various aspects of music, creation, and listening. In 1952, German physicist Otto Schumann mathematically documented electromagnetic resonances existing between the Earth's surface and the ionosphere, the electrically charged part of the Earth's atmosphere. Schumann discovered that these electromagnetic waves, originating from discharges of lightning, resonated at a low frequency ranging between 7.8 Hz and 8 Hz. He determined that this frequency was, in essence, the Earth's heartbeat. It has since been coined the Schumann's resonance after its founder. Now, the solfeggio frequencies have much positive effects because they resonate in harmony with the Schumann resonance of 8 Hz. Musically speaking, the frequencies are derived by beginning at 8 Hz and working up the musical scale octave by octave until the C note is vibrating at 256 Hz frequency and the A note is vibrating at 432 Hz. When music is tuned to harmonize with this frequency, it is known as scientific tuning. Many ancient musical instruments were constructed for 432 Hz tuning, and before the mid-20th century, 432 Hz was the standard of instrumental tuning. Since then, 440 Hz tuning has become the norm. 432 frequency resonates with Schumann resonance of 8 Hz and is known for its deeply calming and soothing effects. Recent double-blinded studies from Italy show that music tuned to 432 Hz slows down the heart rate when compared to 440 Hz. This frequency fills the mind with peace, love, well-being, and makes it a perfect company for yoga, for gentle exercise, for meditation, or sleep. Why is this important? It is important because many argue that we have lost more than simply a musical scale when solfeggio was replaced. Our modern 12-tone scale is taught to suppress our emotions, stifle our intuition, and limit our consciousness. And it's even out of sync with the natural world and can thus manifest in physical symptoms like the pain or disease. On the other hand, the solfeggio frequencies are mathematically consistent with the patterns of our universe. If you only knew the magnificence of 3, 6, and 9, then you would hold the key to the universe, said Tesla. 3, 6, and 9 are the fundamental root vibrations of the solfeggio frequencies. Albert Einstein stated, "Concerning matter, we have been all wrong. What we have called matter is actually energy whose vibration has been so lowered as to be perceptible to the senses. There is no matter. All matter beings vibrate at a specific rate, and everything has its own melody. The musical nature of nuclear matter, from atoms to galaxies, is now finally being recognized by science. That is why these frequencies are so powerful. They can literally bring you back to the original tones of the heavenly spheres and put your body into a balanced state, a balanced resonance. Solfeggio music is the key to the universe. You can either throw it away or you can use it to find healing and harmony, health and well-being. Makes you wonder, with all of us looking for a key, is our mental picture of a key that opens doors, or should it be that we are looking for a musical key?